Hi everyone, I think we're live on LinkedIn. Hi Joy, how are you?
Hello, hello. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
No worries. Right, we were streaming now to LinkedIn. I'm just gonna head over to get us live in Facebook. Here we go. Go live. So we should be streaming into both Facebook group and LinkedIn. It's just starting, so I'm gonna come back to you. I was just saying, wasn't I, that Facebook have changed all their settings. It's a little bit harder to stream now live everywhere, but we are live now in both. So if you're watching in LinkedIn, can you just type in LinkedIn in the box and say hi? And if you're watching, say hi LinkedIn. And if anyone is joining from Facebook, can you just join and say, hey, it's working, I'm here, and you're watching, and let us know that we're live, but it says that we are. So I'm going to stop rambling about being live. So I'm delighted to be here with one of our partners, TechPixies, and Joy. Joy is the founder of TechPixies, and Joy does a phenomenal job of retraining and training people to be experts in social media. I'm not going to do the intro. Joy, why don't you tell everyone a bit about TechPixies, what you do, and why you set it up, and who you train, etc.
Yeah, of course. So I set up TechPixies in 2015, if you can believe it or not, as a pilot project. I wanted to help 12 women return to work after career break. So women in that group had had a career break from 2 years to 20 years, and they had lost confidence in themselves, in their ability to use technology, and really the world had moved on while they were on a career break. And they wanted support in going back to work. And the women on that group, the youngest woman was in her 30s and the oldest woman was in her 50s. So that was sort of the very first iteration of TechPixies. Now we have over 930 students across all of the UK. We've worked with 14,000 women through our free bootcamp, which we run a couple times a year. And really it's about helping women return to work, change careers, or start a business. So we have women who have taken a career break. Maybe they've been a carer for an older person in their family. Maybe they were looking after children. Maybe they had breast cancer. There's lots of different reasons why women take career breaks, right? And then
Absolutely.
we also work with women changing careers. So let's say you're a burnt out teacher or a burnt out nurse. There's a lot of those at the moment. We can help you switch into a more technology friendly career like social media management. And then people who want to start a business, well, they often want to save money by doing their own social media. So we teach them how to do their own social media so that they can save money and they don't have to hire someone else to do it for them. And as we know, every business needs social media these days.
Amazing. And how is the market at the minute in terms of hiring people to do social media? What are you finding?
Yeah, so there is a plethora of jobs in social media. We get on Fridays, all of our alumni get sent a job alert, and we have new jobs every week that go in there. It is one of the jobs that is recession proof because it is the number one way for companies and organizations to connect with people they don't know.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're here today to talk about the bootcamp. We've been promoting this into the Facebook group, into all of our community. You're running this amazing 4-hour bootcamp at the end of the month. And I'd love you to tell everybody what's going to happen in the bootcamp, what you're going to be helping them, training them on, what kind of value they're going to get from being there. So do you just want to talk us through the actual bootcamp and what that looks like?
Yeah, absolutely. And let's just be really clear. It's 4 hours of free training. And there is an opportunity to continue with social media management certification at the end. There is an investment in that, but we've really been able to tailor that towards where you are. So if you're on universal credit, if you're BAME, which is Black, Asian, Minority, Ethnic, or if you're LGBTQ plus, or you're over the age of 60, we have what's called a pay it forward scheme. And so we've designed it to be very, very affordable if you need it to be affordable. It's also a feel invited, not obligated offer. So at the end of this amazing week where you learn how social media works, you're going to know whether or not you want to study it further. So it's a really great way to try before you buy. And what we've learned is, no one wants to invest in a program that they have never they don't know anything about. They haven't experienced it. They haven't taste tested it. They don't know what the coaching's like. So, we create this 1 week experience. It's 1 hour a day over 5 days. We have a 5th day, which is Bootcamp Awards and testimonials of people who've done the course. But it's really designed for someone to, in 5 hours over 5 days, really have a great idea of whether or not they want to learn more about social media. We've also had a lot of people who've come through in fact, most people, I mean, let's just be honest, like statistically, we've had 14,000 people go through the boot camp. We've had 930 people sign up to our program. That means there's 13,700 people who didn't sign up to the program, and they've got a lot out of it. And that's because a huge part of what we do is based on mindset shifts. And one of the biggest challenges we know women face is confidence, not just their own personal confidence, but their confidence in their tech skills. And in just those short sessions, we help to improve women's confidence using technology. We have homework assignments that are really easy to do, and they're fun to do, and they push you out of your comfort zone. So what I would say to anyone who's considering it is, if you'd like a confidence boost, and you'd like that for free, sign up to the boot camp, because you're going to get that as a byproduct of being there. And of course, if you're considering social media management as a career, or if you want to do the social media for your business because it's not working for you the way you'd like it to be working for you, or you've never done it, then you might be wanting to consider our social media management certification program. But as I said, we've got price points wherever you're at.
That sounds amazing. And I love the fact that you're helping people who can't necessarily afford the training to be able to still, through the Pay It Forward.
Absolutely. 45% of our students are Pay It Forward, which means 45% of our students are on universal credit. They're LGBTQ+, they're BAME, or they're over the age of 60. And that means that the 55% who can afford it and do invest in it also benefit. And we have this beautiful cross-section of people from all different walks of life, which means we have a really diverse and wonderful community.
Amazing. And will you be running this, or will one of the cohort be running it?
Oh, no, I run it. It's my baby. I built it. I run it. I've run it 40 times over the last decade. And I love teaching it. It's one of my favorite things to do. So, I'm definitely the head coach for your social media superhero bootcamp experience.
Okay. So I love that. So you get joy, which is amazing. And you get 5 hours, and there's lots of value there. So it's not just selling you a course. Joy is all about value. And I know, because I know people who have been through this, that, there's a massive amount of content and value that's shared during that week. And it's very much up to you if you want to continue on, because there's been some conversations around that in the group. So just to cover that off, like, there's value, there's content, you're being taught stuff. Now, if they can't make the hour a day when it's running live, will it be on catch up? So if they register, can they watch it after the fact?
Yeah, so we have 2 options. One is you can watch the replay live within that week. So we provide all the replays for a full week, and then we take them away so we can focus on the course. Or you can pay £7 and upgrade to get all the recordings for, the rest of your life if you want. Or I guess I should say the lifetime of TechPixies, which at the moment has been a decade.
Amazing. Okay, so that's fantastic. So you can sign up. So we're going to put the link. The link's already been running. I don't know, we've probably had already quite a lot of people signing up. And we've done this before with the Facebook group, and we had hundreds of people join, and it's been great. So we want to open this up to you. If you want to join the bootcamp, we're going to put the link in the thread underneath this, and you can sign up. And it's running on the 22nd of June?
24th. So it starts on the 24th, which is a Monday, and it runs to Friday. It's 11 o'clock every day for 1 hour. And, obviously if you miss a day or two, you can catch up on replay. We understand not everyone's got a free schedule every single day of the week, but what we do know is that it's easy and fun to catch up. Obviously being there live, you're going to learn the most, and you can ask questions. I answer questions live, and do exercises live with you. So it's not something that you would, if you come live, you're going to benefit, but you won't miss out too much if you watch on replay.
Okay, amazing. Okay, so I think that if you've got any questions about the bootcamp, you can drop Joy a message or drop a message in the thread. Otherwise, the link will be in the thread, as I've just said, for you to sign up to it. It's running on the 24th of June. We'd love to see you there. We know that lots of people have got amazing benefit from joining just the bootcamp. There's no expectations to sign up or buy anything, but there's also plenty of opportunities for you to do further learning should you want to. So Joy, thank you so much. Just wanted to let everybody know about the bootcamp. And is there anything else that you want to let people know before we leave?
Well, I would just encourage you to let yourself be inspired. One of the things that we do during that week is we work through the 6 social media superpowers, right? So superpower number 1, taking off your invisibility cloak, right? Understanding that your message, the thing that you want to do in the world, is more important than your fear of getting it out there. And then what we go into enhanced future vision. So superpower number 2 is what does my life look like if I learn how to use social media professionally? How does my life change, right? If I get a job doing social media and making $1,000 to $3,000 a month, or which is flexible and part-time, by the way, or if I start doing social media for my business and I'm saving myself money, what does my life look like when I start to get new customers, new clients, because I know how to attract the right people in my world? So that's your enhanced future vision. So those are the first 2 superpowers that we do on the first day. The second day, we dive into superpowers 3 and 4. So superpower 3 is what we call network navigation. So what network should I be on? And I break down the networks. I go into what's called a network matrix, and I walk you through really the history of social media and what networks work best now, and what you should be thinking
all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The networks and what you use what for.
Yeah, it totally changes all the time. And then the type of content that you put out also changes. Yeah. So I just sort of walk you through, okay, what is the best kind of network for me to be on for my business? And then so you make that sort of decision. If I was going to focus on 2 networks, which 2 would I focus on, right? But we give you an overview of all of them because I think it's important for you to understand all of them. And then the 4th one is social media speed and agility, which is like, how does this thing actually work, right? And really, there's 3 steps to it. There's the seeds, which is the content you're putting out on a weekly basis. I'm not a fan of daily social media posting. It's on a weekly basis, on a minimum level, on a weekly basis. But what people tend to do is they tend to post every day for 7 days, and then they disappear for like 7 months. What we want them to do is post up until now. But then what we want them to do is post once a week, right? Once a week, get in that rhythm once a week, because before you know it, you've done 52 posts instead of just disappearing. So that consistency is what, really important. So the seeds are the content that you put out there. Yeah. We talk about the type of content you can do: podcasts, videos, podcast videos and blogs. And then we talk about how you get that content out into the world through your website, through email, and also through social media. And then we talk about how that content needs to come back to your business, right? Like at the end of the day, we're running businesses. Or if you're working for someone, it needs to go back to their business, right? And then the final teaching day where we, breaking down the 6 is the 3rd day, where we talk about superhero power number 5 and 6. And superpower number 5 is really around market magnetism. Like, how do I attract to me the type of people I want to work with? What are the 6 things that I need to do? And we call them the 6 Bs. I'm not a very good gardener up until now, but I love gardens. And so we break that down, be consistent, be aware of your analytics, be professional, so I break down that. And then the final bit of that is the 6th superpower, which is mailing list magic. And that's really understanding that at the end of the day, the sales are not on social media, they're in your inbox. And we want to get people off social media and into the inbox. And I tell you how you do that, and what you need to put in place. And then that's, once you've got that broad knowledge of how it works and the steps and the system, which I've just run through on 30 seconds there, then you can say, okay, actually, I want to implement this system, and I want Joy's help doing it. I want Joy's team helping me doing it, etc. So that's really where you, at that point, you kind of go, yeah, I'm into this, or no, I'm not. But you've just learned a whole bunch of information about how online business works in 2024.
And what I love, Joy, is that it's not just for people who want career change. Like, it's for business owners, for small business owners like me. I'm going to join this bootcamp actually this time, because I haven't joined before. But I think for business owners, for people who are in jobs who want to change careers or upskill, or for people like coming in and just want to totally learn a new profession. So it pretty much covers all the different pillars, which is amazing. So there's something in there for everyone. So I think,
and I would say 64% of people who do the boot camp run their own business, and they want to learn how to do their own social media so they don't have to pay someone else to do it. And we want to teach you a system where it doesn't take over your life, but that it
And I
helps.
think that's the thing. I think that there's a fear of social media, and the first point you made around taking like the invisibility cloak or the visibility cloak, and it's like actually that fear of just putting yourself out there, just taking it off, and then having those tools that you've been taught and so you feel like there's an actual structure and a plan, as opposed to just like going out on your own, because it can be quite scary, social media, and people, particularly LinkedIn, I think people find hardest.
Well, I have found working with women, and I've worked with a lot of women, 930 to be exact, over the last decade, 14,000 on a superficial level, but 930 I've worked with on an intimate level. And you got to remember, this is over 10 years. And, but what I've learned is I can teach you everything I know about social media. But if you're afraid to use it, your
Exactly.
fear of rejection, fear of negative feedback, fear of trolls, fear of imposter syndrome, if you're afraid to put yourself out there, then you'll never use it. And so much of what we do is psychological. I'm a certified master neurocoach. I've got training on how to rewire your subconscious. I'm also a brain health trainer, and I'm a certified life coach as well. These are things when I started out, I was not doing, but as I started working more and more with women, I realized the psychological barriers that are in the way for women to be successful. And we have been one by one, picking them apart and reworking them so that women have real optimal opportunities to grow amazing businesses.
That's so powerful, Joy, because you're not just saying we teach you how to do it. You're saying we put you in the right mindset so that you feel enabled to do it too. And that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. And that is, at the end of the day, why coming to the boot camp is so important, because it's not really about social media. It's about the mindset shifts you make in a short period of time that just make your life better.
Absolutely. All right. Well, look, you've explained it brilliantly. I'm going to sign up now. If anyone's listening, sign up if you're interested. There's going to be some great value and great content, and Joy herself will be running it. So we're really excited. So thank you so much for joining us today and for giving us a whistle-stop tour of what's going to happen in the boot camp. And we'll see you on the 24th of June.
Yes, my pleasure. Can't wait to see you. It's going to be awesome.
All right. Take care.
Thanks. Bye.